Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Cordero Patterson, he's at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Bring it up!
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Mike, 49's a Mike.
Greystone travel. Get it.
Off the play fake. Akins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go. Check.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
44, 45.
Pass 85, pass 85. No gain on this defense, no gain.
On
Mike,
2nd and 15 now.
Let's go.
Allen, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Good job,
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mike,
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
we played to win. Let's go.
At their own 42
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Danny. Hey, wahoo! Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Go. 5-4.
On 3rd and 2, Akins, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
At the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Alert! All 52.
44.
Here's Allen.
Watch the flag.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Akins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Akins. He's going to look deep down the field into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeately earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming after you. Team spell. Jam. Alert 3. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
In your face.
To throw again. Allen.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
What you got, heavy? Give me some.
Brandon Cooks.
Here we go.
20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Great touchdown.
Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bills have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. With a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Ooh, with a juke. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Here we go. Right 30 base. 54 Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
To throw on second down. Akins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Back to throw. Akins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go. 60 or. Right there, 54 Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
5.
Second and 4. This to Jarwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to hook it in, and picks up the first down.
Off play action. Akins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Second than first, 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Looking to throw. Akins got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Right there.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Regular.
44's Mike. Check. Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
If you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Shifts by him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Big stop, D. Let's go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Watch the screen. 44, Mike, 44. Hey,
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Come on,
Could
now.
not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for them and then shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too. And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
They don't want it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on third down.
Let's get it. Slam, slam, slam. Get it. They're coming. They're coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now there's still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game. You figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen going to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Coming for you. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
I'm coming after you.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 13-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Operating from the gun, Akins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Akins. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bills 21, Browns 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.